नमस्कार आयच्या हिडोनात तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आज आमचे असे गेस्ट आसात जे जनरली टीव्हीचेर येनात पण तांचें नांव सदांच न्यूजा भितर आसता. आनी आय एम रियली grateful and thankful to him for agreeing to do this interview because we know what is happening around. We have with us in the studio founder and promoter of Sunburn, Harindra Singh, whom we fondly call Harry. Harry, welcome to the studio and thanks a lot for accepting the invitation.
Thank you, my pleasure.
And let me start with the most basic question. Why are you such a controversial person with a controversial brand? Let me begin with that.
Pramod, thank you for having me first of all. And it's strange that generally the voices around us in Goa are saying things, creating an opinion, creating a perception without even talking to us. Half the time we read stuff in Goa, we have no idea where it came from. Nobody's bothered to verify. So we never really got a chance to present our side of the picture. So thank you for having me. At least hopefully I'll be able to give you our perspective. So why am I controversial? I am not controversial. I'm 65 last month, okay? This is my date of birth. All my life I've been at work for 45 years. Other than Goa, which puts this, brand or this tag controversial, I have a very, very simple track record. People I work with as employees, as team members, as vendors, as clients, all of them, absolutely amazing relationship, no disputes, no fights, no controversies anywhere in the world. But somehow or the other, I think Goa के लोगों को कुछ ज़्यादा ही प्यार है. तो सबकी opinion है, कोई कुछ कहता है, somebody says something else, and there is a controversy that gets created without a reason. Hopefully during our conversation today, we will dispel much of this ill perception.
You said without a reason. Let me start from the beginning. Sunburn is here for a long period of time now. It initially started, became a huge brand, and suddenly the controversy started surrounding it. How did it start? And I'll start with a very, very simple question. Why did you decide that Goa is the right venue for Sunburn? Did Sunburn benefit from Goa or Goa benefit from Sunburn?
This is like multiple questions rolled into one, okay? So let me explain to you. As a child, my first trip to Goa was when I graduated and I went into college. Me and a friend of mine decided to take a bus ride. We came, landed up at Kalangut, Baga Beach. We spent some time here and went back. So there was something about the air, something about the environment, something about the place, the vibe that makes you unwind, makes you loosen up, makes you feel at ease with nature, makes you fall in love with the environment. And I think this is the reason why when me and my wife eloped, we married against the wishes of our parents, we came to Goa, okay? It would not be incorrect for me to say, possibly my son was made in Goa, okay, the guy who currently runs Sunburn, right? Both my children, Karan and Khushi, were married in Goa, okay? Everybody knows about what we do as Sunburn, but people may not be aware that we managed IFI for many years. We managed Lusophonia games for the government of Goa. We've done Goa Super Sixes. We keep, anytime we get a choice, get an option to being in Goa, we are in Goa. And I still believe, of course, last few years, the feeling has changed. पहले तो airport पे land करते ही एक बिल्कुल ही शांति और एक what you call relief और ease का feeling आती थी. दूसरों को शायद अभी भी आती हो, but मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा it's changed a little bit. But our love for Goa is beyond anything. When we thought about creating Sunburn, we again wanted a place which was nature, which was outdoor. Sunburn has always propagated, I don't personally believe कि party करने के लिए, मजा करने के लिए, you need to be partying at 2 o'clock in the night. You can party at 5 o'clock in the evening, you can party at 8 o'clock in the evening. Sunburn, as you know, for all the years, all over the country, all over the world, always winds up at 9:55 p.m. Okay, we believe that people should go home, sleep and get to work the next day. It's not about, losing yourself. It's about enjoying music, enjoying nature. Most of the Sunburn events, festival for sure in Goa has always been outdoor. Why? We want people to live with nature. Sunburn में कुछ नहीं है. Sunburn has only 3 elements: music, alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks, and food. These three things are available to everyone, every 100 meters, anywhere in the country. The only difference is we package it in a larger-than-life format, add technology, get good brands, and there's it. So I quite honestly can't understand what is the controversy around it. Yes, एक चीज जरूर है. When something is small, like you say, small fish in a big pond versus big fish in a small pond. So when we started off 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we were okay. We were like off the radar. Nobody was really noticing us. We were doing our job. People were happy. Everything was good. Even 2008, the year when Bombay had the November attack, the terrorist attack, it was a tough decision for us whether do we keep Sunburn on or not keep on. And all of us believed, okay, and thankfully the administration here also believed that we should not bow down to terror and we should go ahead and do it. And we were surprised. We had a good outcome. We had a good result. So we maintained, and we were all fine. I think the controversy began in 2013 when, another company, Viacom, decided to do another event, same date, same place. I can't understand, I really can't understand why. There are 365 days in a year. Like Goa, there may be 50 other locations in the country. So 365 into 50. Those are the options for somebody to do an event. But that company chose Goa, and they chose same dates. And they also chose same venue. They were smarter than us. They managed to get the venue from us. And that tussle, I think, created a little bit of a controversy. They wanted to take our place. We fought hard. We are, I don't know whether you're aware, Harindra Singh. Singhs come from a lot of states. But we are from Uttar Pradesh, and we are Jats by nature. And Jats are not businessmen. या तो किसान है या जवान है, या तो उगाएंगे या काटेंगे, ठीक है ना? So with our kind of thing, so when somebody takes us on, our natural reaction is we stand in there and fight. So that tussle with Viacom cost us a lot. Next few years, 13 onwards, we've been in red in Goa. We put in a lot of money, but we managed to survive.
Everybody believes that you are minting money here. I want to very frankly ask you this question. It's a little awkward question, but now that you're
not at all.
You nicely brought me to that point.
No problem.
How much money do you make on a single Sunburn?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a very valid question because you give me an opportunity to correct the misperception,
Yeah.
right? So let me give you a very simple fundamental point. You see, anybody can see. Forget about what I say in my marketing. In my marketing, my job is to make it look really big, so I get big sponsors and everybody wants to come. Everybody thinks it's the biggest thing. So वो FOMO create करने के लिए marketing में आदमी कुछ भी बोलेगा. Okay. But in reality, you can see 50, 60, 50, 60, 70,000 people are there. Okay. All our tickets are sold online.
Yeah.
It's humanly impossible for me to go and sell tickets all over the world, right? Some tickets may be sold offline by promoters and stuff, but even those tickets are delivered by the online partner. All our ticketing data is available to you. We have never sold more than 20, 25,000 tickets. But the crowd on ground is 70,000, 80,000. So general perception is, they see that the crowd of 70, 80,000.
You're overflowing.
Yeah, hold on. They see that crowd, they see our marketing, लाख लोग आ गए, इतना बड़ा event है, सबसे बड़ा event है. And they do that multiplied by the ticket price. Okay, they get to a number. They can see what we're doing there. The reality is, our ticketing revenues are only for that 20, 25,000. It is not for 70,000. The rest of the people, our, क्या बोलते हैं, uninvited guests or whatever you call them.
हम उनको गोवा में सनबर्न का पास बोलते हैं.
But देखो ऐसा है. Many times.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, you sell about 20, 25,000 tickets. How many passes you give away?
अरे यार, when I'm saying 70, 80,000 people on ground and I so this minus this कर लो ना, why are you asking me to put a
so
number?
your number of your number of passes is twice or thrice the tickets that you are selling.
No, so listen, it's the number of passes.
Yeah.
And unauthorized entry and bribe करके एंट्री. देखो ऐसा है, आप आज मंदिर में भी जाते हो तो 500 रुपए दे करके लाइन ब्रेक करके अंदर जा सकते हो, राइट? सो आई एम सेइंग कि सनबर्न तो सनबर्न है. जो पीपल एट द गेट्स आर ऑल्सो ह्यूमन बींग, सिक्योरिटी ऑल्सो ह्यूमन बींग. अगर वो सिक्योरिटी वाले की कोई फैमिली का आ गया, दोस्त आ गया, तो उसको छोड़ेगा, राइट? तो देखो सब मिला मिलू के this equation has changed dramatically all over the country.
But as a businessman, I want to ask you this. This equation of 100, 1/3 of passes and 1/3 of tickets and 2/3 of passes. Is it Goa specific? Is it because
it's
the local politicians, the local leaders pressurizing you, stressing you कि हमें इतने पास चाहिए?
I don't remember the year. I think it was 2015. I'm not sure. Parikar Saab was the chief minister, and pehle din we were supposed to give some passes. We were advised by the government, and look, we cooperate. We have no problem. We understand this is the law of the land. This is the expectation, and and we want to be inclusive.
Passes cannot be law of the land.
नहीं, it's an unspoken law of the land.
Unspoken law of the land.
Expectation है. तो हमने वो पहले दिन जो भी कुछ कहा, whatever was told, we did, right? And then the next day, the second day of Sunburn, 3-day event, second day of Sunburn, at 3:34 in the afternoon, I am told, this is hearsay, that there was a meeting or called for, urgent meeting called for, with all the MLAs and politicians and everybody, and they met Honorable CM at that time, and they said, revoke the permission given to Sunburn. And why? Because we haven't got our passes. It's like a birthright, you understand? And by the way, and as an individual, if you want the pass, I will give you +1.
Correct.
And if I know you well, I might give you +4 because family ho. No. Goa mein to everybody who demands needs 1,000. Needs 2,000, needs 5,000, okay? Why I don't know, okay? But anyway, that's been the norm.
That takes me to the next question. Do you really think you give the passes free? Do you think they are passed on free, or somebody else is making money on them?
No, they're getting sold.
They're getting sold.
Yeah. We have, we can see it in front of our eyes. I mean, this year, please come to Sunburn and you can stand there at the box office. जहाँ हमारी ticket की window है, वहाँ पे कोई नहीं आता है. And people are standing outside, and these complimentary tickets, these passes are being sold there for like a fraction of a value.
So if your tickets are being sold for example, 2,500 rupees, there are people standing outside the venue and selling the passes for 500 rupees.
Yeah. It's revenue loss to the government. Government is losing out on GST because these are low value tickets that we give away. And we are losing major of the revenue, okay? And this is why we lose money. Now, before you ask me the question, why do I still do it?
Yeah.
Okay, number one, Sunburn owes its existence to Goa. It was born here. Like my name is Harindra Singh, okay? Sunburn's name is Sunburn Goa. These are together. They can't be separated. Under pressure, we did move away to Pune for 3 years, 16, 17, 18. But we were invited back, and we came back at the invitation of the tourism minister then. And we like being here. This is our home. This is our birthplace. And these two things go pretty well together.
Did you come back to Goa because Pune didn't click?
No, it was fine.
It was fine?
It was fine. I'll tell you, we were invited by Mr. Pablo Escobar, the then tourism. So listen, let me also explain. We were having a lot of trouble in Goa because of our P&L pressure and, costs, etc., etc. So 2015 was our last Sunburn. 16 we moved. Why did we move out? At that time, I must give credit, Mr. Jayakumar Raval, BJP minister. He was the tourism minister of Maharashtra. Coincidentally, we met. And he said that you are a Bombay-based company, you are a Maharashtra company. Why are you doing Sunburn in Goa? Why are you promoting their tourism? You should do it in Pune. You should do it in Maharashtra. And that is why we moved to Maharashtra and we moved to Pune. And he really did support us. He really went on a limb supporting us, and we did pretty well. It was in 2019, I think mid or early 2019, that Mr. Babu Asgaonkar was in Bombay. He invited me for a meeting, and he said, Why have you left Goa? Goa is your birthplace. Goa is where you need to be. And please come and we will do everything to support you. So then we wanted to be in Goa. So then we came back to
Was
Goa.
Goa financially better than Pune?
Pune was better.
Pune
Was better financially. See, please understand, you're not asking me this question, but I will answer your earlier question, why that was better, by giving you this answer. So, the land that we use for doing Sunburn is barren land. It's not a land on which you can build houses, it's not settlement, it is not cultivation, you cannot do agriculture, it is barren land. Now, barren land value in government ready reckoner records, whatever, is determined. It's not imaginary. There is a value attached to it. So if you go by that value, the recommended so-called value, the cost of the land that we are supposed to get, we use in Bagator, should not be more than 3.5 to 4 lakh. Okay.
The entire parcel of land.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. And parking is a free community service. In my opinion, public land should be available for public parking free of cost anywhere. So if I just take the value of that land, my land should be worth 3.5, 4 lakhs, right? We were voluntarily paying 18 lakhs for that land in 2019. In 2022, COVID ko chhod ke, 2022, the community art changed that to 75 lakhs. And 2023, community art changed that to 3.5 crores. A 3.5 lakh land, you make it 3.5 crores, barren land with no infrastructure, no utilities, absolutely nothing, is more expensive than Madison Garden, Geo Garden, Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Delhi, or O2 Arena in London. This is the most expensive venue on the planet.
For 3 days.
Come on, man.
Then let me come to another question, very interesting question, and I have to ask you this. Why, Harry, every year your permissions are last minute? You are such a highly valued corporate entity.
See, we are
everything comes finally in the last 2 weeks of December. We asked the authorities, Sunburn को permission है, अभी तक नहीं है. What's happening there?
पर अगर authorities को पूछो ना कि Sunburn ने मांगा कब था, हम जनवरी में अप्लाई कर देते हैं. Every year we apply in the month of Jan. जैसे ही हमारा पुराना Sunburn खत्म होता है ना, we apply for the new one. The first response to that only comes back in November, December. Okay, when the response comes, we explain our plans. Now what happens is, we can only explain, see, please understand one thing, with all due respect to all the authorities. I'm not undermining anybody, they're all professional, they know their job very well. But trust me.
You're giving them too much of credit today.
Suno na. But we know what our business better. Please understand, we've been doing for 18, 19 years. And not only Goa, we do more than 300 Sunburn events a year throughout the country. Okay, I don't think people in Goa probably are aware. We do 300, only one is in Goa, right? So we know our job. But even then, we have to go through the entire drill of convincing everybody, okay, our plans are right, blah, blah, blah. Now, what happens is, while the government has a single window, there's a nodal office, which is the tourism office, and we need to apply to them, and they need to give us first an in-principle nod, and then we are supposed to get permissions from 30 other departments, like the PWD, CRZ, police, collector, and go back to the tourism department to take their final permission. Okay, now, unless we get the in-principle, we can't go to the other departments. They don't give us the in-principle. Even now, we don't have it for this year. So when we get it...
Why?
I don't know.
Because it's a very weird cycle. You start selling your tickets maybe in June or July.
Okay, that's normal.
So you are confident that you are going to do the event here.
No.
The government is saying we have no clue. So it's a very weird situation.
No. Government has full clue. Application is in place. And according to me, if we have delivered the event 18 times, fully compliant, without any violation, I don't even think it's necessary to put us through the drill. They should give us a permission and just say that please ensure that all
why this last minute hassle?
I don't know. Really, I have no answer. Like the court pulled us up 1 year, saying that why were you late? We were not late. The government gave me permission on the 4th, on the 5th I filed with every department, and every department gave me the permission on the 27th. What can I do? Somebody needs to check why the delay is so much. I don't know.
Certainly, you wouldn't prefer such kind of inordinate
No,
delay.
no, I want it immediately. Why would I? Other cities, we get our permissions like a month in advance, 2 months in advance. No problem. And on that ticket selling part, don't worry. Every ticket is sold with a clear,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that government says that we are not given permission. You start selling tickets 6 months in advance. So every year, the news stories that come out is Sunburn tickets go on sale, but government says that we have no clue. That creates a very wrong picture.
look at it like this.
Yeah.
Our fans who are buying the ticket have so much love and confidence in us that A, we will
कैसे भी
deliver.
करके कर
No,
देंगे.
no, no. A, we will deliver. And
Yeah.
if we don't deliver, we'll give the money back. So ठीक है ना? That part is okay. As far as the permission process is concerned.
Are there any other motives behind delaying the permission, keeping them last
I
minute?
don't know. No.
You're giving me a very nice smile, but you're not giving me an answer right now.
No, I don't know. Look, the government has a very standard protocol, and they have
A permission to such a big event 48 hours in advance is a standard protocol, Harry.
I'm sure they have their reasons, but it's all right.
You don't know the reason.
Look, we get it, we do the event, and it's okay, it happens. So go
Okay.
with it. What do you want to fight?
Let's address the elephant in the room now. Drugs. Consistently, allegations are leveled that there is drugs, narcotics that is used at the Sunburn venue. As an organizer and as an organizer who has been here for
Okay,
almost 2 decades now, how do you respond to
For
that?
this, I will go back to one incident when Mr. Parikar took over as the Chief Minister of Goa. Earlier it was the Congress government, this was the transition, right? So I sought a meeting with him and I went to see him. He met me a bit late in the night, about 10:30, 11 at Mahalakshmi. We were sitting down having a conversation. And he said, I was explaining to him कि क्या है, बोला साउथ में करो, यहाँ क्यों कर रहे हो, बहुत congestion होता है. So I told him, sir, we can do it in the south, but 40,000-50,000 people on the highway late at night, because वहाँ पे तो there's no place to stay, there's no bars, nothing, no infrastructure. So he said, okay, we'll do it here. And then, and he said, okay, you don't have to tell me anything more. I'm an IITian. We've lived this life. I understand. Don't worry. Just go ahead, do it. You have my support. I said, thank you so much, sir. Meeting was about to end. Then he says, wait. अगर ड्रग के मामले में कुछ पकड़ा गया तो तेको जेल में डाल दूंगा. Very sternly. So I sat down again and I asked him, sir, do I have permission to speak freely? Protocol, Chief Minister. He said, yeah. तो जो presentation के papers थे ना, I turned them around. Now it is a vacant piece of paper. I drew a circle on the paper. I said, sir, within this perimeter is Sunburn. अंदर Sunburn है. I give you an undertaking that अंदर ना बीज डालेंगे, ना कल्टिवेट करेंगे, ना हार्वेस्ट करेंगे, ना प्रोसेस करेंगे, ना बेचेंगे, कुछ नहीं करेंगे. ये मेरी गारंटी है. ठीक है, आप बाहर की गारंटी ले लो, सर्कल के बाहर की गारंटी आप ले लो. So he laughed it off. He said, ठीक है, you take care of inside, rest I'll manage. Boss, drugs is an international menace. Everybody knows the evils, right? And to put the blame on Sunburn, to say that we are promoting, no. We are selling, no. We are advocating, no. There was a case, I think the narcotics chief at that time was Mr. Karthik here in Goa. Okay. In one incident, he caught some 1100 rupees ka charas or something in Sunburn. And next morning were headline news everywhere in the world. Drug haul at Sunburn. Okay. So I reached out to him and I asked him, so what's the story? He looked at me and he said,
There was an unfortunate death also some years back.
I'll come to that.
Yeah.
So he talked about this, and then he laughs at me and he says, you know, Harry, young guy, he says that when I was in Delhi, I used to catch truckloads, quintals में माल पकड़ा है मैंने. आज तक कहीं इतनी बड़ी कवरेज नहीं आई. आपके इवेंट में 1100 रुपए की चरस पकड़ ली तो I became a headline news. So I said, so exactly, so why do you want to do this to us? He said, okay, here is the deal. If you catch people, okay, I'll cooperate with you. If my people catch people, right, then you will see the headline news again, and that's good, not good for you. He never caught anyone again. ऐसा नहीं है, we didn't find people. We found people, but we caught them and handed them over to the narcotics. So listen.
You created an internal mechanism so that you can keep checks and balances
yes, completely,
within your ring.
Completely. But please understand, your drugs jo hai na, this smoking bit, you can probably catch it with sniffer dogs and whatever it is because of the smell, right? The other things are chemicals. They're so small. We don't allow cigarettes. So, cigarette में डाल के कोई ले आएगा, अंदर से खरीद लो, no problem, right? We don't allow water bottles. Somebody will bring something in the water. We don't allow, right? We don't allow bags. We tell you, यहाँ पे bags locker में रख दो. So our security may not be better, but as good as your airport security. पर उसके बाद में भी तो ले जाते हैं ना.
You are saying don't blame Sunburn for the individual acts of impropriety.
I don't think it's fair, honestly. Listen, if the outside world was clean and there were things at Sunburn, sure, blame us, right? The outside world is what it is. We can live in denial, but the truth is, it is there.
You spoke about your cooperation with the police. Now, every year, that's another point of focus, Sunburn and police, Sunburn and police. And let me ask you this.
We love them, man. They're amazing.
Today, you are loving all the authorities and you still don't have permission, still you are loving them. So that's a very interesting thing.
Permission आनी है, event करना है.
इसीलिए प्यार बहुत आ रहा है.
नहीं, listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
No matter how hard I try, I can't even stop a guy from smoking in a non-smoking area because I don't have the authority to enforce the law. I can only request. You need the uniform and you need the authority. So had it not been for the police standing there, the law and order wouldn't be maintained. Let's be very honest, right? So they do have a big responsibility to do this. Yes, it's a collaborative effort. We provide tremendous amount of support to the police department as per the requirement in terms of infrastructure. We have 250 CCTV cameras. There's not a square inch of land that is not on TV. If you come and see our CCTV room, you'll be shocked. It's better than your FBI and NASA. Every square inch is there. The police guys can just sit here and monitor the whole thing. They don't need to walk around.
Every year, this is another question. How much do you pay the police department officially?
It's not, when you say
unofficially,
when you say,
I leave it to you if you want to tell me.
No, there's nothing unofficial.
Oh, there's nothing unofficial.
No.
Now that's
not with the police.
Not with the police. I don't know whether I should call it a surprise or a shock, but
okay, not with the police. The police department is, when it comes to the charges, is a bit unreasonable with us, to be honest. And at an average, at the peak, they were taking about 1 crore from us for those 3 days of bandobast. And otherwise averaging around 70-80 lakhs, which we think is, quite high, given the fact that we do this everywhere in the country and nowhere it goes more than 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. But it's okay. Look, they're doing their job, they're deploying their manpower, they have some internal regulations and guidelines and whatever. One thing that always amuses me is that we have a 6-hour event, 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. I don't understand how we get billed for 3 shifts. I mean, 3 shifts means 8 into 20.
Probably they are protecting the area outside your ring also.
Look, as long as the law and order is maintained, there are no incidents, no fights, everything is fine, it's okay, it's a small price to pay.
Let's come to this year.
And the good news is that the money is not going to an individual. So many a times, when we look at these charges, we turn around and take a broader view. The money is going to the department. So it's going towards, providing better whatever services to the... So it's okay. We're not complaining about that.
Let's come to this year. Why were you venue hunting for such a long time this year? You know the venues now. You're done 19 years. You know everything. Why were you venue hunting this year? And why Dhargal now?
3.5 lakh रुपए के चीज का, if 3.5 lakh of rupees land, you're charging me 3.5 crores, I have no option but to go looking for alternatives, right? When we began looking for alternatives, our requirement is simple. We need a large piece of land with a natural character. It must have air, must have a view, must have like this, must be spacious, must have easy access, ingress, outgress, must have hospitals in the vicinity, must have shacks, bars, restaurants, places for people to stay. Now, the places that qualify on these parameters are all over Goa, right? So we began looking. Now, misled by public opinion, misled by baseless accusations made by people, irresponsible people, I think people got influenced. And many places that we liked, local people protested, this is a drug festival. By the way, on that drug festival thing, we took the matter finally. After 18 years of taking share, we did go to the court in Bombay, and the court ruled, passed a judgment that nobody's allowed to make baseless allegations anymore. If you're calling Sunburn a drug festival, prove it. So right now, that's why media is quiet. Otherwise, every second morning I would wake up and read, this village panchayat has said no because it's a drug festival, our kids will get, spoiled. So we didn't get a confirmation approval for many of the venues that we chose. And we kept looking. We found many very exciting places. I think I know more about Goa now actually than many Goans. Many times I guide my taxi drivers here, left low, right low, because yes, I have actually,
Why
checked.
Dhargal then?
So I'll tell you, during those 3 days at Sunburn in Vagator, the average time you would take to reach Vagator from Kandulim, 1 hour. From Panjim, 2 hours. From Seolin, 1 hour. Okay. Now, this place that we've chosen, people think is far. No. It'll take you only 20 minutes from Morjim, 30 minutes from Vagator, 30 minutes from Panjim, because we're on the highway. We're not any by-lanes, there are no traffic jams. We just got a freeway thing. And the venue is on the highway. There are no lanes. From the highway to the venue, we've got 5 access points, like 5 different gates. Holding areas, parking areas, drop-off areas. It's beautifully planned. We have about 400,000 square meters of land, beautiful green vegetation, trees, not like barren, nanga, zameen. No, it's beautiful. And people are going to enjoy the experience. And in terms of accessibility, even though it seems far away and in the middle of nowhere, people are going to love it because the coming and going back from there is going to be much easier than Vagator.
Have you been able to engage with the villagers? Because for right or wrong reasons, there is a fear psychosis.
Misconceptions, quite honestly. Look, Kandolim, when we began, had 1 5-star hotel, Taj. By the time we left, I don't know, you can check, maybe 5 or 6, and you can't find a square inch of place in Kandolim. Everything is commercialized. So the upliftment of the entire ecosystem, the economy boost that Sunburn provides is impact. I mean, absolutely you can't argue. Vagator, when we came in 2013, had 1 thalassa, nothing else. Okay, one very senior officer from the police, in fact, told us, don't go to Anjuna Vagator. It'll be difficult for us to, manage because it was not perceived to be a nice, clean place. It had whatever, grey perception. Today, Asagaon, Vagator, Anjuna are the Beverly Hills of Goa. Come on. So why does this happen? The land value at that time was 2,000-3,000 rupees a square meter in 2013. It's over 100,000 rupees a square meter now in 2024. I mean, give us credit, Dan. And you can't find an inch of space there. It's become like the
large credit goes to Sunburn.
No. A little bit of credit needs to come to Sunburn, not large credit. People in the locality have worked hard. People have invested big money. Aisa nahi hai. A lot of people have put in a lot of effort. But I'm saying, give us some. Look, when I say that give us credit for the branding, perception, you see what happens. Sunburn has its own social media and Sunburn has its own marketing. So Sunburn produces a lot of content and promotes it on its social media. 60, 70,000 paid, unpaid, unwanted, doesn't matter. But itne log aa rahe hain na. They are developing user-generated content.
Yeah.
User-generated content. Yeah. All that is going on the internet, right? All the artists. We get about 200 artists a year. 200 artists a year. Which followings in huge numbers. All of them are posting their arrival, Goa, beautiful. So all this Goa content on the internet, one Sunburn, gives you more than 1 billion views. I think it's more marketing for Goa and that location than anybody can do. People don't see it, people don't appreciate it, but that's why. Why did Vagator, from being like a forgotten place, so Anjuna was known for different reasons. It was not known for what it is now. Now it's like a nightlife, clubbing, F&B, restaurants. That is a lifestyle destination. All villa complexes are coming their way. पहले क्यों नहीं थे? पहले सब लोग कैंडुलम क्यों थे? अभी यहाँ क्यों है? These are the benefits we bring.
My final question is, and I want you to answer this honestly. Which is the most?
I'm always honest.
Yeah, which is the most difficult element to handle when you play in Sunburn in Goa? The panchayat or the punch members, the MLA, the minister, the government, or the administration?
So I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
To answer this question, I must take you slightly away. So there was a Shiv Sena MP, MLA in Pune, and one day Pune Mirror created a front page story with this guy saying, "I will not allow Sunburn to happen in Pune." So I said, very nice. So I was visiting Pune. I used to keep going. So I found his number and I called him. I said, "Okay, sir, my name is Harindra Singh and I want to come and see you." आइए. तो ढूंढ ढांड के landed up at his office and I'm sitting with him and he says, हाँ बोलिए. सर आपने ये बोला, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? आपके सनबर्न में टैंकर में पाइप लगा के लोगों को दारू पिलाते हैं. तो मैंने बोला, आपने देखा? बोला नहीं. अच्छा, वहां पे ड्रग्स की दुकान लगाते हैं. बोला, देश की पुलिस और नार्कोटिक्स डिपार्टमेंट सब सो गए हैं क्या? माने मैं कौन हूं? I am some Pablo Escobar. I have so much power that I can do this. I said, did you see it? He said, no. So then I said, ये कैसे पता है आपको? So by that time he cooled down a bit, okay, because of our conversation, whatever. And he said, मुझे नहीं पता. मेरे को वो पेपर वाले का फोन आया और उसने बोला, यहाँ पे ऐसा करते हैं, यहाँ पे ऐसा करते हैं. Are you okay with it? I said, no, I'm not okay with it. So ये जितनी problems we are facing are all false perceptions that are being created. I spoke to one of
Who is the most difficult element to deal with? Punch members, panchayat, MLA, minister, government, or administration?
See, some people are doing it. Okay, half the people who oppose Sunburn, okay, you didn't even know they existed till they started opposing it. So the easiest way to get fame and headlines is oppose something that is popular. You remember that incident, somebody threw a chappal at a big politician? अगर उसने चप्पल नहीं फेंकी होती तो who would remember, who would know his name, right? So the easiest way, the fastest way to get noticed, especially in Goa, is oppose Sunburn. दो मोर्चे निकाल दो, all the media will carry your pictures and everything else, you're a star from the next day. And the third day you can pick up the phone and say, I want this, I want this, I want this. This is it, nothing else.
The want is increasing every year.
It's okay, listen, whatever.
So it's part of the business.
A, it's a part of the business, and B, whatever is reasonable, we try and accommodate, we try and make. Look, we are inclusive in our approach. We want people to be happy with what we are doing, okay? I know we don't take too much commercial benefit out of this, but we get a lot of satisfaction and it helps our brand. There's no doubt about it. I've sold Sunburn. You know, the losses that I had all these years, I had to fund through debt. And to service that debt, during COVID, we had no income. So I was compelled to sell it. So Sunburn is sold now. My introduction as a founder promoter is probably still valid, but I'm no longer the owner, right? I still help. My son is the CEO, so I do help him out. I do have relationships here. So when he's stuck, I try and help out. But I think our approach is take everybody along. Don't leave anybody unhappy. If the price is reasonable, accommodate. It's okay if you try and manage.
Yeah, try and manage. I only hope and I only wish, not only for you, for anybody, that when it comes to administration and if we are talking about due diligence, I don't like these last minute permissions. It is always a very grey element, shady element about these last minute permissions.
But given the fact that we always got it, last minute chalega, I think people need to be comfortable that ho jayega na. Jo bhi ho.
Aapko chalega, but that is not the way system ideally should work.
I think you should have a word with the people in tourism department then.
Absolutely. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
मॅडम सुगंध तर इतलो बरो येता जाणा.
थँक्यू.
टिफिना वांगडा त्यो न्यूट्रिशनाच्यो गुळयो दिवपाक विसरू नका हा.
आता तू न्यूट्रिशनाच्यो गुळयो विसर.
कित्याक
तुमका या तांदळातूच सगळे न्यूट्रिशन मेळतले. पंचामृता फोर्टिफाईड राईस हातूत आयर्न, झिंक, फॉलिक ऍसिड, व्हिटॅमिन ए, बी सारखेले 9 मिनरल्स असतात. तर हे झाले नाही निरोगी आणि सुवादिक. तर पुराय पौष्टिक आहारा खातीर
पंचामृता फोर्टिफाईड राईस
असल्यास पुरो.
पुराय पोषणा खातीर पंचामृता फोर्टिफाईड राईस घरा घरान